What's up, Storm fans? Welcome to this week's edition of the Storm Report as we get you ready for Week 19 of the IFL football season. This is a big one, the final week of the regular season. There's still 3 teams in the East trying to figure out who's going to make the playoffs. 2 of them will get in, 1 is going home. In the West, we know that the 4 teams are in. We just don't know necessarily what the seedings are yet. So lots of teams playing for a final playoff spot here heading into the final week of the regular season. Sioux Falls kept their playoff hopes alive on Saturday night, taking on the Green Bay Blizzard at home inside the Denny Sanford Premier Center. Sioux Falls won 50-42. It was a spirited effort between the offense, defense, and special teams. That defense stepped up in a big way to help Sioux Falls secure that win. Dalton Sneed in the offense had a big night as well. And the fans went home happy with a big win in the home series finale. Now, Sioux Falls is getting ready to hit the road, a long road trip down to Frisco, Texas, and that game has a lot of playoff implications. Frisco has already secured the number 1 seed, but they are fighting for the number 1 overall seed in the IFL playoffs. If they win, and if Arizona loses, it looks like Frisco will be the number 1 overall seed and could potentially be the home team should they make it all the way to the championship game in Las Vegas at the end of the playoff season. It's going to be an interesting run here, though, for the final 3 teams in the East. We have Iowa, Quad City, and the Sioux Falls Storm all fighting for the 3 and 4 seeds in the playoff picture. Plain and simple, Iowa and Quad City play each other on Friday night. Sioux Falls will then have to wait to determine their fate on Saturday down in Frisco. Here's a look at how the playoff scenarios play out as far as we can tell in the IFL heading into that final week. So if Iowa gets a win, the Storm will make the playoffs, win or lose, and the Storm would be the 4 seed overall. Now, if Quad City wins and the Sioux Falls Storm win, Sioux Falls would somehow leapfrog their way into the 3 seed, Quad City would be the 4 seed, and Iowa would be eliminated. That would be a real shame for the Iowa Barnstormers, considering they are on a 3-game winning streak right now and feel like they've got the upper hand in the final playoff picture. But now, if Quad City wins and the Storm lose, Sioux Falls would be eliminated, and then Iowa and Quad City would each make the postseason. So there's a lot riding on this. There's a lot of different scenarios that could play out here in this playoff picture for all 3 of those teams, but really it's going to be an interesting ride coming down to the final stretch. We caught up at practice with head coach Curtis Riggs, got his thoughts on the win on Saturday night and what his team needs to do to get ready for this big run against Frisco on Saturday.
I thought we played physical. I thought offensively we played really well. I mean, there was one drive we would love to have back, but we did a good job fighting to get back into the game after having that horrible start. But that's indoor football, and those things are going to happen. And I think the leadership of Dalton offensively has really been a godsend for us and allowed us to get back into the game. And then you saw the defense build off of that too.
Saturday night's win against Green Bay was filled with emotion, particularly on the offensive side. Quarterback Dalton Sneed was one of the primary cast of characters in that effort in the win for Sioux Falls. He was very animated on the field with his teammates, passionate as he tried to get his team a big win. We got his thoughts during practice about that victory and how he feels about his team coming together for this regular season finale in Frisco on Saturday.
Yeah, I think overall just accepting how big of a game it is. I mean, it really is a big game. There's no beating around that. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of what you can as a team, as an individual, to make your team better. So we're coming out here the same as we did last week, focus on what we can do better individually and as a team, as an offense, as a unit, to attack whatever comes at us. We're not naive to the fact that it's the number 1 team in the division, but again, we have to focus on ourselves more than them. So going through this week, that's what we're going to do.
So this is going to be a short week for the Sioux Falls Storm here in Sioux Falls as they continue their preparation, getting into the film room, practicing, and getting guys healthy before heading to the airport on Thursday to head down to Frisco, Texas for a key matchup against the number 1 seed in the East. Plain and simple, Sioux Falls needs a win. They're hoping they can get a little bit of help up in Iowa as they wrap up the regular season, but the Sioux Falls Storm know that they need to take care of business if they want to realistically make the playoffs in 2022. Now, what does that mean for you, the fans? Are you going to be able to watch the game? The answer is yes. On Saturday night, down at Blue Rock, we are going to be having a viewing party. The Lightning Girls are going to be there. I'll be on hand as well. We're going to have a lot of great events going on throughout the evening. We're going to have the game on the TV inside Blue Rock Bar and Grill, and we hope you guys can join us. We're going to have a lot of great prizes on hand inside Blue Rock, and we'll be giving away a lot of great things throughout the night, including this big boy right here. This is going to be the grand finale in the fourth quarter. We're giving away a Bud Light cooler to one lucky fan. You do need to be there on hand to secure this prize, so we hope you guys can join us. We want a packed house inside Blue Rock, some great specials as far as drinks, food, and a whole lot more available for you. So come down, enjoy some of this, have some fun with us, and hopefully get a Sioux Falls Storm win by the end of the night. That's Saturday night, kickoff 7:05 inside the Blue Rock Bar and Grill viewing area. We hope you guys can join us. Sioux Falls needs a win. We need your support, and we hope we can punch the Storm's ticket into the postseason in 2022. For now, we need to sign off. A special thanks to Eric Van Beek and Kaylee Shade for all their hard work as far as getting us some graphics. The infographics that you guys see on our stream, on our services throughout the year on social media, are all provided by their hard work behind the scenes. So we want to give them a lot of love as well for all their efforts this year. Thanks to you, the fans who have watched. We're hoping that we can have a few more of these Storm reports before the season is all said and done. But this, our final Storm report of the 2022 regular season. If the Storm win, we'll be talking about a playoff run here coming up next week. There is still some scenarios where they could get in outside of that, but plain and simple, we're looking for one more win for the Storm as they wrap up the regular season. I'm JJ Hartigan, hoping you've enjoyed this episode of the Storm Report. We'll see you guys on Saturday night. Go Storm!